Benghazi is under attack. We need immediate assistance.
Actually had all these put on a freaking DVD, but I don't even know what the dang thing is. That was actually in Guam. We got to be the protesters outside of a mock consulate. Pretty convenient, huh? We had spaghetti. We were throwing spaghetti at them. It was pretty fun. Actually, that's me. You can't really tell, but that was me. Yeah, anytime you can sleep, you sleep. This flag was actually flown in the movie. I got dog tags made for this one here is Roan's. It says just a little bit about him. This one here is Bub's. And on the top it has 9, 12, 12 in Roman numerals because that's the day that they were killed. Roman numeral 13 for the 13 hours that we spent. It has 6 arrows representing the 6 of us, and it has red tips for the blood that we shed over there. Right here, another dog tag I had made for Ambassador Stevens and another one for Sean Smith. Laser engraved on the outside of it, it says all gave some gave all. It took me about 6 months, something like that, to actually get the flag. Wish I got the real one. John Tiegen, also known as Tig. You know, a lot of guys, they get the call sign because they usually screw up, like if your name's Crash, most likely you crashed your car. I never screwed up, so they just took letters from my last name and put them together and called me Tig. Guys that I worked with, I mean, some of them I never really knew their true names. It was always call signs. I really wasn't qualified to be in GRS. You're supposed to have 8 years Special Forces to be in it. I was a 4-year Marine Infantry. That's because I was constantly just nagging them. You know, it took me a couple years, and finally the team leader that was over there got tired of it, and he said, all right, go try out. If you don't make it, leave us the hell alone kind of thing. And I ended up making it. I did probably 40 plus tours overseas. A lot of locations that I was with the agency, I still can't talk about it. It's all considered still classified. So over in Benghazi, I mean, we could go out in town, walk around. We walked around the streets. They're pretty friendly over there. We a couple times go to a coffee shop or go to a restaurant. They'd end up buying our lunch or our coffee for us, and you know, mingled with the locals for the most part. So we're like one of the first times I've ever even seen a Westerner or an American. So it was kind of cool. It was a very interesting time.
And we are coming on the air because we have just learned that the U.S. ambassador to Libya has been killed.
A complex and highly dangerous situation.
What happened the night of the attack?
For that night, you know, myself and Roan drove right past the consulate, you know, peace and quiet. There was, you know, no massing of people or nothing like that. So we just went back to the annex, the CIA annex, and probably about 30 minutes later we get a radio call, and that's when we got informed that the consulate was been under attack. Actually, it wasn't under attack, they'd been overrun already. We could see the glow of the buildings being set on fire from here. We ended up leaving without permission. When we got there, there was a militiaman that were already there at the corner, and I walked up to the corner with a grenade launcher. I shot 3 rounds. They just started scattering. The main villa is completely engulfed in flames, but they had still not located the ambassador. So we were pretty much just kind of holding our breath, going in, trying to go in as deep as you can, but it's kind of hard to hold your breath when your adrenaline's pumping. And just as I came out of the second room is when we got counter-assaulted again. The guy who was initiated the counter-assault with an RPG, he came in view, and I let loose, I think it was about a 10, 15 round volley of fire. I just saw him drop backwards. The RPG got off. When they replayed the drone footage, actually, they saw one of my rounds actually hit the RPG as it launched and deflected it, which was kind of one of those Hollywood Rambo movies, but it actually happened. So the drone feed from up top was starting to relay information back down to us finally, and they said they're massing 50 to 100 guys right now to come out. It looks like they're moving towards you right now. So there was only 6 of us, so we had to make the decision to leave. And the vehicle that I dropped the grenade launcher in, we actually ended up leaving that vehicle too. So that really sucked because we really needed that for the other 3 attacks. Over here, people are moving to try to get up closer to the wall. Just looked like something out of the apocalypse.
Let them come. Let them come.
The full-on assault comes between 4 and 5 a.m. Libya time.
Right after the first mortar hit the roof, I was already moving over that way. Another mortar hit, and that was the third mortar, and that's the one that hit the top of the roof. Oz, he was kind of, his back was against the wall in the parapet area. The other guy was probably about 3 feet away from him in a fetal position, and ended up rolling him over, and that was Roan. No movement, didn't feel anything, hear anything. That was a pretty big asset that we lost that night. Team members from Tripoli had gotten up on the roof as I was moving over to the fourth guy. Again, he was laying face down. I rolled him over. Ended up being Bub, Glenn Doherty, and he was gone. Went back over to Roan, knelt down, said a prayer over him, and then went back over to Bub. Again, never met the guy, but you know, do the same thing no matter who he was. Knelt down, said a prayer over him. I actually went back into our medical room, grabbed 4 more tourniquets in case more mortars came. You know, just pretty much got ready for round 6, pretty much, and that was pretty much it for all the attacks. For that night, you know, you had, for one, it was an honor just to be there to do it. On top of that, you know, you have to have the courage to push forward in some of those situations, and the commitment just to stick to it. Just telling the story alone, it's very therapeutic, but the experience definitely, it changes you. It changes the way you think and how you act and how you look at the world, and you know, it makes you appreciate a little bit more. We started my own veteran nonprofit called Beyond the Battlefield. This is the 50 cal Desert Eagle. It's got our foundation logo on it. My signature laser engraved on this side. The proceeds of this goes to benefit the Beyond the Battlefield. So it's pretty cool. Our biggest thing is that if a veteran calls and they need help and we can do it, we're going to do it. So these, obviously the plaques, this is what's up there to honor Roan, and same thing, honor Bub up there. This is actually the strobe light that Roan was using over in Benghazi, and I ended up acquiring it.
Joining me now, 3 of the heroes who saved dozens of Americans that night.
It's amazing being with your brothers and fighting in them. Geez, I don't know, it's weird. Being there and being with them and having the faith that you're going to defeat all the obstacles.
We had 2 Navy SEALs. That was Jack and then Roan. Then 3 Marines. One was Boone, the other one was Oz, and then you know, you got to throw the Army guy in there every now and then. But that was Tonto. He was a Ranger. Tonto was pretty much the comedian guy. He was always getting in trouble for the most part. Not good trouble though. You know, there's a lot of loyalty there that they're going to have your back no matter what. I mean, it's just a good group of guys to be around.